Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Modern Warfare in Depth. In today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the brand new Akimbo pistol gun perk. This only applies to pistols and it allows you to carry one in each hand like Call of Duty games past, and I have always been an Akimbo weapon expert in every single Call of Duty game. It's kind of been my thing, so I'm glad to have it back. The gameplay you're going to get to see is me using Akimbos and just kind of rotating through, so you'll see a little bit of each pistol. In order to unlock Akimbo, you just need to do kill challenges with gun perks on various pistols. One pistol will require sleight of hand, the other one requires recon, the other one mo money, etc, etc. It'll show you in the menu exactly how to do it. And it basically works like you get 3 kills with sleight of hand on the Glock in 5 different games, and after those 5 games are completed, you have your Akimbo pistols. The fastest way to unlock these, don't quit the game because you'll get a penalty for that, is to just kind of rotate your pistols as you play through, get 3 kills with the Glock, then rotate to the Magnum, get 3 kills with that, then go to the Deagle, and about the time you hit all 5 pistols, the game will be over, and after 5 games, you've got everything unlocked. Stats-wise, Akimbo doesn't seem to change very much. It most certainly didn't change the fire rate cap of pistols like it did in older games. Some older games you would have the pistols firing slower akimbo, or sometimes it would completely uncap them and turn them into like little machine guns. That doesn't seem to be the case in Modern Warfare. As far as I can tell, they're the same. There's no change in sprint out times, so they're not heavier, you don't drag them around or pull them out slower, and aiming down sights times just kind of no longer exists, so you don't have to worry about that whatsoever. Also don't have to worry about that with attachments. I'm a little surprised that the sprint out times are the same, but a little bit happy because that keeps them very usable. Of the pistols I tested, damage and range don't seem to have changed either. If anything changed, it might be like the long range performance of the weapon or something, but it seems to be a very straightforward attachment that doesn't change a whole lot. One of the things it does change is that there is a very small increase to hipfire spread. It's almost too small to measure in Adobe Premiere. I have like a little ruler here that I can load up the frames and analyze them and zoom in and count pixels and stuff, and we're splitting tiny percentages here. I mean, it's somewhere around 2 or 3% increase in radius, which is like just barely noticeable. I'm like getting a magnifying glass looking at my computer. So what this means is that as far as you're concerned, it might as well be the same. There's no reason to put a whole lot of concern into the slightly wider hipfire spread. It's nearly identical to the base hipfire spread, and if you're running these weapons, you're probably going to improve them anyway with the 1 or 5 milliwatt lasers. Akimbo, unfortunately, and I think this is the biggest flaw to it, does not give you more pistol ammo. Many of the Akimbo pistols cannot be fully reloaded, especially if you put extended mags on them, deagles with extended mags, and revolvers with extended mags, and even the M1911 doesn't have a lot of spare ammo. That is a major concern. In some cases, they're almost one and done weapons, so if you plan to use them more than just a little bit running scavenger or some kind of ammo sharing SMG, since a couple of SMGs do share ammo with pistols, will be absolutely vital if you want a true Akimbo rushing class. For the Desert Eagle and Revolver, it's better to fire both at once. This is actually something I learned from Exclusive Ace's video, because this did his like way before mine. Basically, his idea is that since these are kind of accuracy cannons, and that every time you fire them, the hipfire just spreads like wildly, that alternating them gets you to really wild hipfire town like really fast, but if you shoot them at the same time, they always have this nice resettle time that's pretty fast, so over the course of your magazine, they've tightened up and they'll perform very well. I tried it myself in a bunch of games, and I just have to say Ace is right. That is a fantastic strategy. However, for the X16 and M19, I think they're much better just spammed alternating shots to maximize sustained fire. The same theory definitely applies, that you could do the same thing and shoot them at the same time and let that resettle time occur, but they already have really tight hipfire, and these don't spread nearly as much as the Revolver and Deagle, so if you kind of just alternating fire, you have sustained constant output, and since they fire at the same speed as the base version, there's no real need for that. The M1911's a little bit awkward. It can go both ways. You can do either the 2 at once or the alternating. I'd probably spam it just because I'm lazy, but you do what you want. And overall, it's kind of an odd change because Akimbo changes the weapons less than any other COD game before it. A lot of the other COD games had it to where Akimbo would change your damage or your range or your rate of fire. It would do something weird with your recoil, but this one really doesn't. It's basically just the same gun, but 1 in each hand. I don't think they're a viable strategy as a primary weapon, unlike they have been in a lot of Call of Duty games. If you go out like just shooting these as primaries, you're going to have a really rough time. It's doable, but it's rough. It's kind of like using a shotgun level rough other than the 725. It could be a niche backup weapon though. It could be kind of fun if you just really want to just pull these out and spam people, surprise people, insta-kill them in a lot of cases. And I think that the two you should focus on if you're going to do them is the M19. This is like the worst pistol normally, but it's utter insanity when you have Akimbo because it shoots so fast. It just like dumps bullets. It just blows loads in people's faces. It's incredible. And the 357 Snake Shot is almost the new Model 1887. With the right accuracy, you can really dump truck some people with this, and it can be quite fun. Guys, that is all for this very short episode of In Depth. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.